Grandma's Angels coming to you again, and today I would like to talk about integrity. So I want to start by telling you a story about this young boy that was a servant to a wealthy farmer. This farmer one day was riding his horse on his property, and he had acres and acres of property. Well, on part of his land, he had a big vegetable field that he had was growing his crops, and he had it all fenced in. Well, on the other end of the field was this big forest area where huntsmen would go hunting from time to time for deer and rabbit and whatever wild game was in there. Well, as the farmer was riding around his property on his horse, looking at everything, he saw some huntsmen in a distance on his property, and he knew that they were headed to the forest area to do some hunting for the day, which was okay with him. But he didn't want them cutting through his vegetable garden, which was acres and acres of property. He didn't want them cutting through the field because it would ruin his crops. They would destroy his crops and trample it with the horses and all the men and everything. So he took one of his servant boys and he told the boy, stand in front of the gate, keep it closed, and don't let anybody in. So the young boy obeyed his master, and okay, he stood at the gate, stood guard at the gate, and all of a sudden, in a few minutes, one of the huntsmen came up and said, boy, open the gate. We're going to go hunting back there and we need to cut through the property. And the boy says, no, sir, I can't open the gate. My master told me to stand guard and keep it closed. I'm sorry, but you'll have to go around. And the huntsman, he got upset and he goes, boy, did you hear what I said? You open that gate right now. And the boy politely said, no, sir, my master told me not to. And so with that, another few huntsmen showed up. These grown men with their guns and everything, they showed up and said, what's going on here? And the first huntsman says, this boy will not open the gate and let us get through to the forest area so we can go hunting. He won't let us cut through here. And the huntsman said, is that true, boy? And the boy says, yes, sir. I cannot open the gate. My master told me to stand here and not open the gate for anybody. I'm sorry, but you'll have to go around if you want to go hunting. And with that, the men got so upset and they said, you open that gate right now, young man, like that. And the boy politely responded again, no, sir, my master told me not to. And with that, now the very wealthy man shows up on his horse, the one that had hired all these guys to go hunting with him. He shows up on his horse and he says, what's the problem here? What's going on? And the first huntsman says, this boy will not open the gate for us to cut through to get to the forest area to hunt for our game. And the master on the horse said, is that true, boy? Like that. And the young boy says, yes, sir. My master told me to stand guard at the gate here and don't open it for anybody. I'm sorry, but you'll have to go around and then you can go hunting in the forest. And the man on the horse, very gruff and very angry, says, boy, you open that gate right now, or there will be trouble. And the boy said, no, sir, my master told me not to. I'm sorry. And with that, the huntsmen, they were angry and everything, but they left and they went around. Well, now this billionaire man on the horse that was so angry, he remembered that young boy. That young boy stood up to grown men holding rifles, guns to go hunting, big, stronger than him, and he's just a mere little boy. And that boy stood true to his master, to his owner. And so anyway, the man on the horse, the billionaire, he always remembered that young boy and thought, what integrity he has, that he stood true to his master. If all my men were like that, what a better world this would be. What an easier place to live in. And so that's my message for today, that story of the little boy who stood up to these grown men holding rifles, bigger, stronger than him. They could have easily pushed him aside and trampled through the garden, But they didn't. The boy stood his ground and said, "No, sir, I cannot open the gate. My master ordered me to keep it closed and don't open it for anybody." So with that story, I want to talk about the qualities of integrity. What did this boy have? He had honesty. He was noble. He was truthful. He told them the truth. His master said, "No, don't open the gate for anybody." He was trustworthy. He was undivided. Undivided means that he did not waver in his decision. He did not think twice about it. His master ordered him to keep the gate closed at all times. Don't let anybody get through. And he did exactly that, even at the risk of harm to him. He was sincere in his words. He wasn't disrespectful. He wasn't rude to them. He treated them with kindness and with firmness, saying, "No, sir, I cannot open this gate, but you may go around to the forest and hunt." And he was moral in his thinking, in his duties, in his way of life. So those are the qualities of integrity. Now, having integrity means you are true to yourself and would do nothing that would demean or dishonor you. The boy did not demean himself. He did not dishonor himself. He didn't dishonor his master. He was true to what he was ordered to do, and he followed it explicitly. Now, C.S. Lewis had a saying. Now, he was a good author, and he had a saying that doing what is right when no one is looking, that's integrity. Now, you can do what is right in front of people and get glory and get a pat on the back and get a praise, and that's okay. If it happens to be that people are there when you choose to do the right, it's okay. But if you still choose the right when nobody is looking, that's even greater yet. The praise comes from our God. That's even greater than any human praise that you can get on earth here. So my message today is about having integrity. Now, in the school setting, if one of your friends or acquaintance there or somebody you know in the school is nice to you one day and the next day they're playing tricks on you or being hurtful or cruel in some way, teasing you or tripping you or something like that, that's not integrity. Integrity means every day of your life choosing the right, even at the hardest times. But if you are very kind and considerate one day and hurtful and teasing the next day, that's not integrity. Don't confuse the two. Just because he was nice one day and he wasn't nice the other day does not mean he has integrity. It does not. Integrity leads to leadership quality. This boy, at the end of the story, this man, the billionaire man, remembered this young boy. And as the boy got older, this man provided college scholarship for this boy to any school the boy chose to go to, any course he wanted to take, whatever career he chose. The wealthy man on the horse that did not get through the cornfield that day provided everything, paid everything for this young man. And this young man became a great leader in life. And so with this story, I hope you'll remember to be kind to one another, to always choose the right, do those things which will help you to be a happy person, a stronger person, build your character strong, and choose the right. Be friends, be kind, be loving to all that you come in contact with. Don't look for ways to find immediate praise in teasing or bullying or some cruel thing like that. If you know anybody like that, then you know they do not have the quality of integrity. So steer clear of them. Go towards people that are like you, that have integrity in this life. There's power in integrity, and I want you to know that, children. All right, as I say every episode, be the best you can be kind and loving in all that you do. So go forward this week, remember the word integrity, and live up to the standards of this little boy that stood up to these grown men holding rifles and on horses and much more bigger and powerful than him. But he obeyed his master. So you are your own master. Obey what is right. Choose the right. And I will see you again next time. Be the best you can be. Alrighty. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.